All right. So I did chapters 8 and 9 today. And there's a lot going on. A lot of going into other realms, these Warrens, these other Warrens. We had the Errant going and visiting Kilmandaros. And it sounds like they're going to try to re-spark this Forkroll society or something. Bring it back to what it was. And it sounds like they were kind of a big reason why, they were a big reason for some of this mess, at least. So that'll be interesting. Baniskar sounds like maybe I can still root for the guy. Like maybe he's kind of infiltrating the errant and trying to deceive him. We had Sin and Grub going into one of these new warrens. We had Talamandus, or the acorn head guy, opening up this warren, and they go in, and then he just like burns up. So like he's dead, and now these people are stuck there. She summons these wolves. It's weird, all this stuff that's going on. We got more of the snake. We got more. What else did we get? I can't remember. We got someone riding a chain chamal. Now, couple things that are grabbing me the most. And it might be wishful thinking, going back to Deadhouse Gates, but it has to do with the Carium still. And this group with Taxilian, we found out Featherwitch is one of them. Rautos, who I really liked from Reaper's Gale, is one of them. A couple other ones. And I'm still not totally understanding, because as far as I know, those were people that all died. So, a couple things with Icarium, just where my mind is at. I wonder, like, I don't know if these guys are out of Icarium and kind of being a part of like a silver fox within Icarium now. Like, I think I missed a couple of those details, or I just was mishearing it. Like, I don't know if they're kind of following a ghostly Icarium or within an Icarium. And if they're within, if they're kind of like a quick Ben with all these, or a silver fox type thing. And I wonder how many people have been in Icarium competing for him maybe before, and we didn't even really consider that, or I didn't consider that. So that's one thing. Like, I still just want to know what is going on with all that. And I wonder if Mappo's going to eventually make it to Icarium. Terralac Veed, who was with Mappo, I wonder about him, because I don't recall if he was in the prologue watching these people, or if he died in Reaper's Gale. Like, I'm still kind of confused about that. Okay, the other thing, and it has to do with Icarium and time. It's like as they enter this portal, they're going into the past, or they're going into a cold past. I can't remember what the phrase was. But I keep thinking that this timeline is so messed up, and it's really wrapped around Icarium. Where it's almost like they're going into the future, about to play out the future, that maybe, and I might be totally off my rocker, it's like they're going into something that they think is their far past, but they are going to play it out, and it's going to be this cyclical weird thing. But I don't know if that's going to be the case. I just think that would be cool. But time is weird. Like the aerosol don't they kind of walk around through time? What was the other thing? Yeah, I wonder about that. Now, if that's the case, that will make the reread kind of interesting, or extra interesting, to take notes of some of the stuff from the past. And anyway, it it sounds like we're gonna have this convergence maybe at the glass wasteland, or whatever you call it, the glass desert. I don't know if that's where we are headed. I like this idea. I like Jan Tovis a lot, and I like the brother a lot too. Like, they are way more interesting characters than I gave them credit for in certainly Reaper's Gale. Like, they were a big part of Reaper's Gale, but to me they were kind of secondary in my attention. I think going through it again, I would give them a little more attention. But I like their storyline. I am compelled, or I am, it's compelling to see if they're going to make their way back to, the where the Tistan Curald Emerlon, or whatever it's called, Ghislaine. Isn't that the one of Dark? I should know that by now. So interesting how the Errant is mixed up in all of this. Like, he has such an interesting role. Ganos has such an interesting role. It's like the new gods against the old gods, or, some kind of weird clash that way that I'm just an observer watching it. That's interesting. Very cool. It's just very cool. I don't have a lot of detailed commentary at this moment. I imagine I will towards the end of this. Maybe towards the end of Subbook 3, or if something major happens. But it is interesting. It is interesting. I don't know what kind of final. Like, I can't picture. In a lot of series, you can just kind of picture what we're headed towards, and I really still don't know. I don't know if we're headed towards some massive, like a massive battle with 17 different armies. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be that. I'm sure there's going to be the bridge burners. I picture that in my head. I don't know what kind of one-on-one sort of thing, other than you would assume Ganos and Karsa probably have to be at the center of it. But I don't know. Like, I still don't understand. And the crippled god, I wonder if there's going to be the crippled god plus there's a new Forkroll Assail. It's a little late to get a new crazy bad guy in the picture in the 11th hour, but who knows? I mean, there's lots of stuff, but they want to chain the crippled god in a way that he can't get out. So anyway, I don't want to ramble on this, but it's starting to get to points where there's stuff to really consider. So that's cool. And anyway, I'll see you on the next one. I imagine I'm going to do another chapter, maybe another couple chapters tonight. We're going to rip through and get to the halfway point.